And also thanks Joseph for doing our live streaming today. Joseph?
Before we move on into our opening prayer, we want to share a few ways that you can connect and grow and be part of our community this week.
So today from 11:30 to 12:30, it is Birthday Sunday. So we will be celebrating everyone that was born in July. So join us upstairs for cake.
I got my pages mixed up here. Just give me a sec. Okay. Also today from 12:30 to 1:30 on the first floor classroom, the book study group will be getting together. They are presently reading the book entitled The Diamond in Your Pocket.
And all of you are invited to join in on that discussion. Even if you haven't read the book, it's an interesting discussion. Tomorrow evening from 6 o'clock until 8:30, our feminine group, our Divine Feminine Sacred Circle meets. They will be gathering upstairs in the hospitality room. And they do meet every other Monday. And tomorrow is one of those Mondays, so join them.
And on this Tuesday evening from 6 until 8 p.m., right here in the sanctuary, the String Theory music group will be meeting again for the very last evening. There will be no string theory for the rest of the summer, but we'll be returning again come fall.
So next Sunday, Mariette Jones will be our guest speaker, and her talk title is The End of Self-Sacrifice.
And for more information about these and other upcoming events can easily be found in our weekly newsletter or on our website or on posted flyers throughout the center. There are sign-up sheets can be found in the upstairs hospitality room. Signing up for our classes and workshop helps our facilitators to prepare.
So today's prayer chaplain is Susan Favreau, and who will be available for confidential prayer for any one of you that would like someone to pray with you. And Sue will be upstairs in our prayer room.
And remember, Silent Unity offers 24/7 prayer support. The phone number is 1-800-NOW-PRAY or 1-800-669-7729.
So I invite all of you at this time to join me as we open in prayer. So we just take a gentle breath together and we settle into the quiet center of this moment. Holy Presence, we open ourselves to the heart that sees all, the heart that looks past appearances, past fear, past separation, and recognizes the divine truth in every person, every experience, every breath. May this time together awaken our inner seeing, soften what has grown tight, and remind us that we are held in a love that is wide enough to include everything and exclude nothing. So we bless this gathering, and we bless the clarity and compassion that arise when we see with the eyes of the heart. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend David. For those of you who are willing and able, I invite you now to stand up and join us for our opening songs.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful Sunday, July 19th. It's nice to be outside again. We had some thick air this week, and we sent all our love in to support everyone that needs it at this time. And it just makes you grateful for the little things when you have to stay inside for a few days. So we're so lucky and grateful to be here. Thank you again for Ken throwing another fabulous, wonderful event that allows our community to come even closer together every year. Today we're going to be singing and exploring themes with Reverend David's title talk, The Heart That Sees All, exploring core values of inclusive, compassionate belonging. And what greater anthem to sing about belonging than this wonderful 80s classic. So please join. I know you all know this song, and I want to hear all of you and at home as well. This is the classic, We Are the World. There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people crying when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We are all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me. It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me. Thank you, everyone. Love hearing you all the time. Thank you for singing it out. Like I said, we're exploring the heart that sees all today, our core values of inclusive, compassionate belonging. So all of our selections today are exploring this wonderful and very important theme. And at the core of inclusive, compassionate belonging, like pretty much everything we celebrate, love is all we need. Love is always right. Love is always correct. Love is always welcomed. And so I love this Karen Drucker classic, that at the core of all of that, there is only love. So let's do this wonderful one together. And this is another one where I want you to plant your feet in the ground, grab the hand of your inner child, and inclusive, compassionate belonging, always through love. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. 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 Thank you, everyone, for singing. I'm spoiled today, 2 for 2. You all sounded wonderful. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Your choices are always great. I always love to hear you sing. Unity teaches that each person is a unique expression of the divine, and that our thoughts and feelings help shape our own experiences of life.
Unity was founded on prayer. Through affirmative prayer and meditation, we raise our consciousness and remember our oneness with the divine and each other.
Our affirmation for this month is, I awaken each day to the truth of who I am. Can we please repeat that with me, please?
I awaken each day to the truth of who I am. And now Adam has a special piece of music for us.
Good morning again, everyone, and also at home as well. Thank you all for singing. It's really beautiful to get to hear everyone from up here in the crowd, and also, like I say, I can hear you at home as well, so thank you. And this is another classic that fits with today's theme of inclusive, compassionate belonging. I don't think there's a greater anthem. This song kind of was the only choice for the solo today. We all know it. Sing along if you know it, and think, back to a good time. Think about present times like we had yesterday with Ken, and think to also good times. As Judy Garland once sang, happy days are here to stay. And that's also a mindset. So what a wonderful world, even when things are challenging. Let's think about where we were, let's think about where we are, and where we're going as we celebrate inclusive, compassionate belonging. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, The bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? 'Cause they're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. That was a wonderful rendition of that. Wonderful song. Here at USCW, or Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor, we have a global vision. Will you please speak it with me? Our vision
is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And we have a sacred mission. Will you please say that with me? We inspire and empower spiritual growth to awaken us and transform the world.
And our personal statement of being is,
I am a dynamic center of the Christ light, mighty to unfold my good and radiate that good to all. Good morning, everyone. Really great to see all of you out there, and welcome to all of those that are joining us here online as well. You know, as we keep digging into the roots of who we are and who we're becoming, something came to me this week that feels like the right doorway to today's message. You know, I took a lot of road trips when I was growing up. And my father was in the Army, and so we were being, scheduled, or he was sent to one place and another, and we were moving around a lot. So we did a lot of trips on the road, going back home to Texas to visit our family. And that was before GPS, And do you remember the maps? You would, if you were going across the country, you'd have all of these maps all folded up, and you would unfold them, and that took up half the car. It seemed like there were big maps, and you really needed someone as in the seat next to you, just navigating the map, and so I guess of all the devices that we have right now, GPS is like one of my favorites. It really is. And because I don't have the best direction in the world. I really don't. And it was, so back with the maps, I was constantly stopping my car and getting out to try to figure out where I was. But now with the GPS in your iPhone, it is just so simple. So I have come to the realization that compassion, which is one of the things we're talking about, is basically a spiritual GPS. No matter how many wrong turns we make, it never shouts, "What were you thinking?" It just calmly says, "Recalculating." And when I'm driving, it's frequently telling me that. Recalculating. I don't know about you, but my grandmother, our grandmothers sometimes have little phrases that they use, and one of my grandmothers was always saying, "Bless your heart, bless your heart." So I honestly think some of us need a GPS that adds, "Bless your heart." Let's try that again. But that's the beauty of compassion. It guides us gently. It doesn't shame us for the detours. It simply keeps inviting us back to the center. And that gentle, steady invitation is at the heart of today's exploration. You know, over the past several weeks, we've been exploring our vision, our mission, and our statement of being, the foundational expressions of who we are as a spiritual community. And today, we begin the next movement in the journey by taking a deep look at our core values. These values are not abstract ideals. They are a way of our spiritual identity. They're the way our spiritual identity becomes visible. They are how we live the truth of who we are, not just on Sundays, but in the grocery store, in our families, in our workplaces, and in the quiet corners of our heart. And so today we begin with the first pair of core values, inclusive and compassionate, through the lens of our talk title, The Heart That Sees All. So when we speak of the heart that sees all, we are speaking of a heart that recognizes the divine in every person, in every story, in every moment. A heart that sees beyond behavior, a heart that sees beyond difference, a heart that sees beyond fear. To see all is not about seeing everything that happens. It's about seeing into everything that happens. It's the capacity to look at the situation and perceive more than the surface. It's the capacity to look at a situation, it's like I say, more than it's the surface, but more than the reaction, more than the personality, more than the history, to look beyond all of that. It is the ability to see the Christ nature that is present even when the human personality is having a very human moment. It is the ability to see the wholeness in someone who feels broken. It's the ability to see the strength in someone who feels weak, the light in someone who feels lost, the possibility in someone who feels stuck. To see all is to awaken again and again to the truth of who we are and the truth of who each person is. It is a spiritual practice of recognition. And that brings us directly again to our July affirmation. I awaken each day to the truth of who I am. But awakening to the truth of who I am is only half the journey. The other half is awakening to the truth of who you are and who they are and who we are together. This is where our core values begin to take shape. So compassion is the first movement of the heart that sees all. It is the inner seeing, the inward recognition that allows us to meet ourselves and others with gentleness. Compassion is not pity. Compassion is not fixing. Compassion is not rescuing. Compassion is presence. It is the willingness to sit with someone or with ourselves without rushing to judgment, without rushing to solutions, without rushing to distance ourselves from the discomfort. Compassion is the spiritual practice of saying, I see your humanity, I honor your divinity. It is the inner posture that allows us to hold both truths at once. So compassion begins with how we see ourselves. If we cannot meet our mistakes with gentleness, we will struggle to meet others' mistakes with gentleness. If we cannot hold our own fears with tenderness, we will struggle to hold others' fears with tenderness. This is why compassion is an inner value before it becomes an outer value. The heart that sees all begins by seeing within. It begins by noticing the places where we are hard on ourselves, the places where our inner critic speaks louder than our inner truth. It begins by recognizing the moments when we forget our own worth, our own light, our own belonging. Compassion says, even here, you are worthy. Even here, you are whole. Even here, you are loved. This is the spiritual GPS at work within each of us. It doesn't shame us for our detours. It simply says, recalculating, and guides us gently back to the truth. So when someone is struggling, and there's a lot of people out there struggling today, and if you're like me, we sometimes find our own selves struggling. But when someone is struggling, compassion asks us to look beyond the struggle. When someone is angry, compassion asks us to look beyond the anger. When someone is afraid, compassion asks us to look beyond the fear. Compassion is the spiritual discipline of looking deeper. It is a practice of asking, what is the truth beneath this moment? What is the need beneath this behavior? What is the light beneath this shadow? Compassion does not deny the human experience. It simply refuses to stop there. Compassion is how Spirit sees us. This is why compassion is a core value. It is not optional. It is not decorative. It is foundational. Compassion is the way Spirit sees us and the way Spirit invites us to see one another. Spirit does not push, Spirit does not punish us for our wrongs. Spirit does not shame us for our detours. Spirit just simply says, recalculating. And then it gently guides us back to the truth. Compassion is the way we participate in that divine guidance. for ourselves and for one another. So when people feel seen with compassion, they relax. When people feel met with compassion, they open up. When people feel held by compassion, they heal. Compassion creates the conditions in which transformation becomes possible. And this is what we are about here at Unity Spiritual Center, transformation. It is the soil in which spiritual growth takes root. So our second core value is inclusion, which is our second one is inclusion or the outer seeing. If compassion is the inner seeing, inclusion is the outer seeing. The way compassion becomes visible in our community. So inclusion is not simply welcoming people into the room. Inclusion is welcoming people into the circle, into the conversation, into the story, into this beloved community. Inclusion is the practice of making space, not just physically but spiritually. It is the practice of saying, you belong here. Your story matters here. Your voice has value here. There is room for you here. Inclusion is compassion expressed outwardly. And inclusion is not tolerance. Tolerance says, I'll put up with you. Inclusion says, I celebrate you. Tolerance says, you can be here, but don't make waves. Inclusion says, your presence enriches us. Tolerance is passive. Inclusion is active. Tolerance is a minimum. Inclusion is a spiritual practice. Inclusion is a form of seeing. To include someone is to see them, truly see them. Not as a category, not as a label, not as a stereotype, but as a unique individual expression of the divine. Inclusion is the practice of looking at someone and saying, I see the Christ in you. I see the light in you. I see the truth of who you are. Inclusion is the outer expression of the heart that sees all. Every time we include someone, the circle expands. Every time we include someone, the community deepens. Every time we include someone, the heart of the community grows stronger. So inclusion is not about numbers, it is about consciousness. It is about creating a spiritual environment where people feel safe enough to be themselves and brave enough to grow and loved enough to heal. So compassion and inclusion are not separate values. They are two movements of the same spiritual truth. Compassion is the inner seeing. Inclusion is the outer seeing. Compassion is how we meet ourselves. Inclusion is how we meet one another. Compassion is the heart of awakening. Inclusion is the heart of expressing. Together they form the heart that sees all. So the heart that sees the divine in every person, a heart that sees the truth beneath every story, a heart that sees the possibility with every moment, a heart that sees the Christ in all. So this is the heart of our community. This is the heart of our mission. This is the heart of who we are. And so before we move into the final movement of today's message, I want to invite us into a time of stillness, a time to let these values settle into the heart, to let them breathe in us, to let them become real in our inner awareness. This is a moment to practice the heart that sees all, to see ourselves with compassion, to see one another with inclusion, and to see spirit in every direction that we turn. So let's take this into meditation. So I do invite you at this moment in time to gently close your eyes and just allow your body to rest. Let your shoulders soften and let the breath become slow and easy. And as we relax here, we open our hearts and we open our minds to this present moment. And let us, in this present moment, let us imagine that we are sitting in the quiet center of our own heart. And I want you to feel the spaciousness there. Feel the warmth there. Feel the presence there. This is the heart that sees all. And in this quiet space, bring to mind from your week a moment when you were hard on yourself, a moment where you felt rushed, a moment where you felt less than your true self. And I personally have had my share of such moments this past week. So bring to mind a moment that you were hard on yourself, a moment you felt rushed, a moment that you felt less than your true self. And now let compassion arise gently within you. Let it speak softly and let it say, even here you are worthy. Even here you are whole. Even here you are loved. And I want you to feel that truth. Feel that truth just settling into your body. That is the truth. Feel it softening the edges. Feel it opening your heart even wider. Just rest there for a moment. Feel that presence. Feel that acceptance. Feel that love. Now I invite you to bring to mind someone else, someone who may be struggling, someone who may be afraid, someone who may be difficult to understand. Bring that person to mind. And as you bring that person to mind, let inclusion rise gently in you. Let it say, you belong, you matter, you are seen. And let your heart just expand just a little bit wider. Let your compassion reach just a little further. Let your inclusion embrace just a little more fully. Let's just rest here just a moment in this fullness, in this compassion, in this love. Now I invite you to imagine our whole community. Every person in this room, every person connected to this ministry, every person who has ever walked through our doors, let's bring them to mind in our heart. Your heart is spacious, and there is room for each and every one. So see every person here, every person that has ever been here, see them, imagine them all held in a great circle of compassion. See them embraced in a great field of inclusion. See them shining with the light of the Christ, the light of love. This is the light that sees all. This is the heart that sees all. And let it breathe in you. Let it live in you. Let it guide you. Take one more deep, gentle breath. And when you're ready, begin to return your attention to this room, carrying this heart with you. As we come back into this moment, into this space, into this shared breath, I want to bring us full circle back to that simple, gentle image from the beginning of our time together. Because the heart that sees all, the heart of compassion, the heart of conclusion is the heart that guides us, just like the spiritual GPS. So as we move into the rest of this month, I invite you to carry this image with you, the spiritual GPS. And every time you feel yourself judging, let compassion say, recalculating. Every time you feel yourself withdrawing, let inclusion say, recalculating. Every time you feel yourself forgetting your own worth, imagine it's inclusion saying, recalculating. Because the heart that sees all is always guiding us home. Take that with you this week and remember that. And so it is. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you, David. That was a wonderful talk. For me, inclusion means seeing people without judgment.
Absolutely.
And sometimes that can be the biggest challenge I face.
So as we come to a close of our Sunday experience, we take a moment to honor the generosity that sustains this community. Everything that we do here is made possible because each of you shows up with love, in love, for our community.
Our love offering box is at the front of the platform, just to my left. You are welcome to place your financial gift there as you leave. You can also give by e-transfer or by hitting the donate button on our newsletter or on our website at unityofwindsor.org. The donate button will take you directly to Canada Helps, where you can make a safe donation.
And if you have a prayer request, please remember that we have a prayer box here with some forms that you can fill out. You can either put your name or the name of someone else that you would like our prayer chaplains to pray with and pray for. So just be, our prayer chaplains are here for you. And so if you do have a prayer request, we do ask that you put it in this box, and we'll hold everyone in prayer. So join me right now as we open our hearts and mind to the one presence and the one power that we live and that we move and that we have our being in. So we are grateful for the vision that we touched today, the heart that sees all, the heart that guides our choices, the heart that reminds us that we are all one. May this awareness move into us, with us into this week ahead, shaping how we listen and how we speak and how we give with gratitude. So I invite you to join me now in speaking our love offering prayer. Divine love in me and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
We now invite you to stand as we say the prayer of protection together in our closing song. The light of the love surrounds us.
We are light.
The peace of love fills us.
Our peace.
The power of love protects us. We are power. The presence of love watches over us.
We are presence.
Wherever we are, love is.
All is divine.
And so it is, everyone. Thank you so much.
And have a good week.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here, and please join us upstairs. We have cake today.
It might seem crazy.